before you unhook stuff, always takes pictures of the wiring. That way you don't get to the end and say, where did this wire go?
So what are you doing?
It has a bad control board on the zone thermostat system. So the thermostat was reading zone 1, zone 4 and flashing. Nothing would happen from the thermostat inside.
What was it flashing, 00?
He said it was flashing 00 for the temperature. When I went through to check the temperature, it was telling me 00, all sorts of weird readings. And I tried a different thermostat. I always have a test one, tried it below.
Is that right here? Show them.
Yep.
This is for the subscribers. We give them the details.
So I carry this with me. That's a test thermostat.
Is it just a regular thermostat that you use to test? Or is it a test thermostat? Is it special?
No, it's just a regular thermostat you use to test. So if I needed it, and then I would just sell it to them and replace this one.
Okay.
And I have a wire with it as well, so I can bring this up to the roof, connect it to the control board directly. That way I know there's no wiring issues, nothing else, that I can narrow it down to exactly the issue.
Where's the control board?
This green guy right here. This is where the wires plug into.
Okay.
So it's basically a hot wire board where it has the wires connected to it. Not an easy plug and play, it takes a few minutes to change it. And when I hooked up to the front air conditioner control board with my thermostat, that one would run, everything came up normally. It showed zone 2. So this one's showing zone 1 and zone 4, which is not even a zone 4. That means the board is gone wacko. So you change it out and then it should be good to go. Yeah. So the thermostat should still be good, but I'll know for sure after I change out the control board. So, because I have a test thermostat and it was giving me the same readings as yours was, and I came on the roof and tested the back one and it was dead, and then the front one I can make that one run. So it's narrowed down to the control board. So I'm changing that here actually. No, it'd be the exact same thing, same buttons. You'd have to go to a whole new system to get something different. Yeah, yep, so I can't make that any easier for you without changing a whole bunch of stuff. No, he didn't even bark or lick at all, so he's good. He's like, who's this guy in my house? Oh, no. Oh, okay. Okay, did the old one have a program on it you couldn't get off? Was it something weird? Okay, I didn't see a program on it. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, and I'll leave you a set of instructions too that come with, I have one of those that might help you too to narrow down how to use it, as you go forward too. Okay. Yeah, I should be done by then, so if this control board does it, I should be out of here in about a half hour. All right. You're welcome. Thanks, Stephen. That's all right. That's what we're here for. All right. You're welcome. Bye. I had to make when the company came, and make an offline project so I could take pictures because I couldn't get nothing to load when I was here.
What are you doing right now, comparing it to the other one?
Yep, making sure I have the dip switches set correctly.
Where is that?
That's this little red thing here with all the switches on it. So the main one is zone 1, so there's nothing switched over on the top, but this one runs the furnace, switch over the furnace, and the rest of them are all off, which is to the left. Okay, some light in the hole.
Trying to be the camera person and the light person, it's hard. It's a lot of pressure to aim and get everything in focused. We're all getting bit by mosquitoes.
Black is high. Yellow is medium.
You said high, medium. I'm guessing the next one's low, but what does that mean for...
For the fan wires.
I gotta ask the questions.
Red is low. And then we're gonna have our compressor relay. We got black and blue. And then on the top. New board wires are a little bit different spot, but they are color coded, so it helps.
Are they the same colors as the old board?
Yep. This RV is 2016, so things have changed a little bit since then, but they still work the same. And there's also a fuse in this board too. So I'm gonna take my test thermostat, plug it in, initialize it,
What does that mean?
and I can see everything.
Let's say I didn't go to RV tech school yet. What does initialize mean?
Turn it off, hit zone and mode, you see INIT, give it a second, it'll figure out what settings I have set in all the dip switches, and hit the power button, come back, and show me zone 2 and zone 4. That's not what I planned on? Why would I say that? Saying inside temp is 00. Back to the drawing board.
Okay.
We'll turn off the converter. Same thing. That is just whack.
So what are you looking at now?
Going for the power wires for the DC power. Is the same. right now I'm very carefully hitting battery power to my control box in here. So Erica is gonna hold right. What in the world? Okay, current situation. New control board in, same symptoms as the last one. I've tried a different power source on a new control board, same thing. Unhooked the room sensors, free sensors, same thing. I just went to the old control board with my battery power source, and I can make it work off a thermostat. Everything is normal. So there must be something shorted out in either the fan or the compressor. So I'm going to unhook those wires one by one, figure out which one is causing the issue, and then I'll know for sure. Okay, right now I'm putting the old board back in because I've determined that is good by hooking it up all by itself, and something else has to be shorting it out. Let me just same thing. Fans are unhooked. I get the same result. A little bit of light, please.
It's the party campground.
Okay. Now let's see.
So what did you unhook?
The compressor side. Same thing. Same thing. Only thing hooked up currently is still the main power source, and it's in this box. And this one worked good, so I'm gonna put that one into the box and do one by one, hook things up and test it and see. Strange. I've checked power inside of the breaker box to verify I don't have any loose neutrals, all the correct polarity, all those things, converters working, all that. Right now the converter is still powered off to make sure it's not going to give me AC ripple or interference that way. Okay. New board out. Old board in. Nothing is connected. Then I'm going to use my power source here. So I'm going to have.
A little louder.
I'm using my power source now with the old board back in the hole, and this just worked outside of the hole a few minutes ago. Okay. Positive, negative. Positive. Negative. Thermostat. Initialize. Zone 1. Okay. Go off. See E5 because there's no FreeSense hooked up. Turn it off. Fan, program, temperature, diagnostics. Board's clicking. So that's my power source in the box. Company cam has a lot of reference for me too. I can always go back and try to figure out what this whole crazy situation was trying to do. That out of the way. Now I'm going to use the RV power source. Only thing that's going to change. Yeah, something is certainly wacky. We're going to do this systematically, one by one, because multiple is not working out. Initialize zone 1. So far, so good. Turn it off. Off. Diagnostic. Board clicks. Off.
So that's good. RV power source.
RV power source is good. Let's hook up both of these sensors here. I know I said one by one, but I'm impatient. Initialize.
Where do you learn how to do your little codes on the board? School?
RV Tech School, Dometic Training. You can find them online too, but it's harder that way. So far looking good. So seeing zone 1. Turn it off. Diagnostic. Board's clicking. Good news bears.
You said good news bears?
Yeah. Not bad news bears, good news bears.
Is that like a kid thing?
Yeah.
I kind of remember that.
Neutral wire.
But I was more Berenstain Bears, so I wasn't letting other bears in my life.
Initialize zone 1. Looking good in the hood. Want any more things? Okay. That's good. Let me just document where I'm at here. Okay. Now, let's just hook up. This would be our hot end. Still showing zone 1, so that's a good thing. Okay. Now we'll hook up the compressor. Still seeing zone 1. Everything's coming up now. I was never doing before. Okay. The yellow. The medium fan. Still showing zone 1 there. So leave that there. Hook up the red. All these wires are off, by the way, right now. Power's off.
Power's off. What does that mean?
The circuit breaker's off to the air conditioner. Okay. All the wires are connected with the old board. My thermostat still shows zone 1 on here. Okay. So that means let me just initialize, make sure that comes back to where it's supposed to. Okay, zone 1. Now, eeny, meeny, miny, moe, which one's zone 2? Try that one. Not that one.
Because zone 2 would have popped up.
Yep. Zone 1, zone 2. Okay. So that means doing diagnostics. I can go between zone 1, zone 2. Walk up there by that AC and see if it clicks when I hit the diagnostics.
Click, 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 click.
Okay, coming back.
My body out of it.
Okay. So, current situation. We have the old board back in. I don't know why it was acting weird, but right now on the roof with the old board, my thermostat, everything is working good. I'm gonna go inside and hook up all the wires back the way they were and see what happens. This is my thermostat. Now I have E1, which means communication error, but it did pick up the zones. So that leads me to believe the wires, the connections at the top were the issue. So where the
Like they weren't plugged in all the way, or?
No, the phone cord wires, that's one of the common issues on these when you get error E1. I haven't seen E1 yet until now. Everything is connected on the top. Where this gray wire goes, there's a coupler on the top. So let me shut this off, unplug it, and go on the roof, check those phone connections. So right now I bypass the short jumper wire and the coupler, hooked it up directly to the control box. That way I can see what it's supposed to do inside. So I'll see if I have the same E1 error code. If it is, I'll know what's in this little section. Came back. So E1 was gone, but it took a second and it came back. So that means there's an issue with this wire here to the roof. It could be a connector. I've already hooked up to this one. This is direct, so it has to be one of these ends, probably the top side. I'm gonna go clip a new end on the roof.
What's an end? One of these?
Yep, a little phone jack end. And it could be a bad wire between here to there, but this is obviously easier than changing a wire. Just put a light on mine.
Mosquito in the nose, man.
old coupler here. Connect it here.
What are you doing?
I put a new end on it. I'm going to use the old coupler and jumper and see if it was just that end. Okay, one down. Okay, still got E1. I'm going to try this connector. This doesn't work. I'm going to run a wire through that fan hole and try that way. It's hard to see, but you got black, red, green, yellow as the wires across it. So you got to make sure you don't have it yellow, green, red, black because
So
it'll be
you're
backwards.
getting the same connector with the same
Same
way?
connector, yep, same way.
Same colors?
Same
Okay.
colors.
Yeah, you can't see it on the camera. You can't see anything. Oh, there it goes.
It's back. I wonder if I didn't leave it plugged in long enough on the roof, testing it that way, to get the E1 error. No, I should have. Okay. Then I reinitialize, now it goes back to zone 1, zone 4. That's why it's giving me the E1 error, because it's not seeing the zone 2, because of the same wacky situation. Let's go back on the roof and see where we get back to zone 1, zone 2. So we're back on the roof, hooked up to the board. I see zone 1, zone 2. That means that goes that way, that goes that way. Customer tried calling me here. I'll call him. Well, I'm still going at it actually. There's something really weird in the wiring somewhere that's giving some odd errors. I think I've narrowed it down to the communication wire, so that's what I'm working on currently. Okay, all right, we'll see you in a few. All right, bye. So if I can do, let me see something here. So these are yellow one on the left, yellow one on the left. Let's see your flashlight. And this guy is black to yellow. So that's a crossover cable. Straight through works. These ones will be straight through. So that would mean I should be able to plug this one in just to verify that jumper wire wasn't bad. There's a coupler as a last try again here. Got that one. Yep, I got the right one unhooked. So I've changed the connector on both ends of this wire. I still have the comm wire issue. I've already went to this before, but that was when I had the old one. Just go in direct here. So now we bypass that wire. We go downstairs, try my thermostat on it. If that doesn't do it, there's something wrong with this wire pointing to point B. We need to figure out that.
Currently, Steve got stopped by someone over there, and he wanted him to go over and look at his roof, and he's like, sorry, I can't. So he's giving him a card for a future follow-up if he'd like it. What's that?
I'll come up there and plug it in for you.
Okay.
So I just put the wire through the vent so I can run this downstairs, connect everything, turn it on, make sure it works. And then we'll have to figure out how we're going to get a wire down to there if we can.
And the RV owner just came home, so I'm not going to film anything else inside. I'm losing flashlight power, so I'm not going to turn it on. So he ran this independent wire and everything was working, so the wire's the problem. When he turned the air conditioner on, he heard a bunch of acorns move, so he's guessing that chipmunks got in, chewed the wire, and that's what the whole problem is. And he's in there right now, gonna put this wire through the vents and stuff. He was asking me. There's some plumbing vents right here by the light, and he's trying to run the wire and get it all hooked up.
So the issue was this wire running through the ceiling was chewed by a squirrel or something in there. I'm able to feel it. Before I'm done, I'm gonna yank it out of there so we can see it, just for satisfaction's sake. But current situation is we're working on running this wire down through the RV so we can get the thermostat connected to the air conditioner.
So you fished this?
Yep, fish this fish stick in there, down through the intake vent, on top of the ceiling, through the roof vent, down through the wall.